Riding on my high horse, got the world beneath my feet. Every move's calculated, can't accept defeat. Conscious clean, I strut, my head held high, judging all the fools that can't even try. Standing tall with pride, I'm the king of this show. I'm the voice of the righteous, can't break my stride. On my moral high horse, in my truth I abide. The haters gonna hate, but I'm set to ignite with a heart full of power. Ready for the fight. Critics howling in the dark, but I'm shining like gold. The words don't faze me, too busy being bold. I'm a self-made champion, living life my way. While they climb the moral ladder, I've already won today. Watch them fall behind while I rise up and glow. I'm the voice of the righteous, can't break my stride. On my moral high horse, in my truth I abide. The haters gonna hate, but I'm set to ignite with a heart full of power. Ready for the fight. Critics howling in the dark, but I'm shining like gold. The words don't faze me, too busy being bold. I'm the self-made champion, living life my way. While they climb the moral ladder, I've already won today. Watch them fall behind while I rise up and glow. I'm the voice of the righteous, can't break my stride. On my moral high horse, in my truth I abide. The haters gonna hate, but I'm set to ignite with a heart full of power. With a heart full of power, ready for the fight. This high horse won't stumble, it's built to fly. In my realm of virtue, you can't deny. This high horse won't stumble, it's built to fly. In my realm of virtue, you can't deny. His high horse won't stumble, it's built to fly. In my realm of virtue, you can't deny. Won't stumble, it's built to fly. I'm the voice of the righteous, can't break my stride. On my moral high horse, in my truth I abide. Can't break my stride. The haters gonna hate, but I'm set to ignite with a heart full of power. Ready for the fight.
Hello, 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 hello. Good morning. It's Friday. What's the E word, Landry? What's the E word? Yep, Kate the Magnificent. Shaylee, hello. Diana, hey. Laura, beautiful Laura, aka Faith. Queen Bella, good morning. Nadie, good morning. Hello, hello. I'm so glad to see y'all. A one-way street. Lady K, what's up, Lady K? Girl, what you doing? What you doing? Hey, Sinner. You feed our horses today? Lindsay Lee. Catherine, hello. Hey, Ninja. So glad to see ya. I think I've got everybody. Well, not everybody, but most of the people that's commented. Hey, Texas girl. Good morning, good morning. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Melissa Jade. Hey, AMAC, Talkie Smack, Mac Attack. So glad to see you. Don't say hey to, hey, Irish Badass. Don't say hi to AMAC. She's a freak snake. Freak snake. Horses are fed. Okay. Horseshoe repair shop open after lunch. Bet. I'll send Clementine right on over there. Mm. So, I mean, I ain't got much to talk about this morning, but I did want to because it was so hard to talk to Brittany J yesterday when she was live. She went live while Nonsense was live. So I went over there to see what she was saying because I knew she would probably be upset at my community post. Um, but I went over there, and before I even said anything in the chat, she was calling me out. So JP, mind your damn business. Telling in Queen's chat last night, I was sending a screenshot of JP's comment saying that I went over there to Brittany J's just to start shit. No, boo. She called me out. I went over there to confront it. Period. Um, and I didn't comment in there until she did call me out because I just, like let her have her feelings. She's entitled and welcome to have her feelings. Um, Also, while we're on that side of the subject, let's see, where was it? Queen asked me something, or she asked the HOA something. I can't. What was it? Look, Jesus. She asked something, but I can't remember it now. It wasn't nothing like super bad, so y'all don't get all up in a tizzy. It ain't like something hardcore drama. Let's see. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I hope all y'all had a good Halloween though. Katie went trick or treating with his cousins, so I came home or actually I went and got takeout Chinese. Hmm. That was it, Nunya. That was it. And I think she was probably asking this because of Nunya's live. But anyways, I went and got some takeout Chinese and came home and watched scary movies. Hmm. Let me see. I can't stop coughing. Hold on, guys. Jesus Lord. I can't stop coughing. I'm having a coughing fit. Sorry, guys. All right, hold on. I think I found it. Jesus. Hold on. We're going somewhere. Lord. I need my cough drops. That's what I need. Oh my God, Melissa J. Look, Nanya. Melissa said, watching Nunya's replay was like having sweet nothings being whispered in my ear. As I drifted off to slumber, it was glorious. I cannot stand you. I do. I do, Jason. I'm going to get me some more medicine. See, I had some Theraflu mom gave me the other day. Um, but I have a stomach ulcer, so I have to be really careful of what I take. Like if I take anything with aspirin in it, I have to take a Prilosec first. I didn't even think to check the Theraflu. So I took it that night, and the whole next day, my stomach, well, the first half of the next day, my stomach was lit up on fire hurting. So I didn't take any more Theraflu. Hello, 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 everybody coming in. All right, so here. Let's see. Let me share my screen. We getting there. We getting there. So after Nunya's live, I guess, because it was sent in clips, I had to go through the live and find it. So I'm pretty sure this is where it was. Good morning. Good morning, Mystery. Lord. So apparently this was kind of like a response, but kind of not to Nunya, because it seems like she's responding to me. Because I was in Brittany J's, and Brittany J had asked me, what would you do if she said, let's just use for example, Queen Bee were to show your house and show your yard and show an accident that happened, or I don't even know. We'll see, because I'm gonna replay that live in just a minute. What would you do if she did that to you and your family? I said, well, hell, I'd be catching a flight to Illinois and catching a charge. Period. Not just because it's Queen. I would do that to anybody that put my family in danger like that. But that's what she's addressing on this. So let's take a listen.
Oh, girl. So hold on today. So today I hear that there was threats being made, okay? That there's alleged all these threats are being made, okay? Let me turn this shit down. So I'm busy today, but I check in real fast and I hear there's threats being made to something about Brittany J's house being her windows being blown out or something like that. I can't remember what all it was, but it was something along the lines.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was somebody. Hell, even I'm confused because she showed the email, but even like that didn't show the person who was threatening. But I think somebody, and I think Brittany said it was in Kathy P's chat. Somebody had said something about screwing the doors shut to that house and lighting it on fire while she was in there. So, and yeah, that's fucked up. Absolutely fucked up if it was said, but I don't know if it was said or not.
Anyhow, though, there was something she said right today. She goes, so first I got the screenshot about Jones and saying she was going to come to Illinois. Jones, don't do that.
You don't do that. How about you? And she's gonna correct it right here. I'm so glad. I think this is like one of the only times she has gotten a screenshot and actually went back and researched it, so she was able to correct it.
That girl, don't do that. Anyhow, it was a response. So then I find out. So I'm like, okay, is this towards me or what? I mean, like, what's going on? Because I only got that part. So I was like, what the
You
fuck's
see
going
how
on?
messy folks are? I wasn't just saying I'm gonna go to Illinois. Like, what the hell? But that's how messy some of these chatters are, y'all. Like, that is how crazy these folks are. Like, anytime we get an email or a screenshot, we have to go research it and we have to figure out what it is that was actually said in the context surrounding it. Because if we don't, we get ourselves all up in a tizzy for no reason. So I'm at least glad she went back and researched it.
So Long story short, then I was sent the clip of Brittany talking about someone else in reference to this. So it wasn't towards me. She wasn't talking like she wasn't making a direct threat towards me. Basically, what she was saying was, so Brittany J said, well, what would you do if someone was showing your car, your Google, Google Earth, your car and your house? What would you do if Queen B showed your car in your house? So Jones's response to that was, I'd be taking a flight to Illinois.
Period.
It's wrong, this, that, and the other. But when Savage showed my house on Google Earth, just
skirt. Hold up. We're going to stop right there. We're going to stop right there. Savage didn't show your house, though, Queen. That's the point. That's the point. I know you love saying that, but the picture she showed did not have your house was not seen in it. Furthermore, neither was the tag of the car that she showed. No identifying information.
3 fucking weeks ago in my vehicle, the HOA didn't fucking say a motherfucking thing.
No.
Not a motherfucking thing.
Nope.
So
sure didn't.
Oh, let me get this straight. If I were to do that to you, you'd bring a plane here, right?
Sure would. What you're
saying. But when it's done to me, it's all good. It's okay. It's all right. Fuck it. I mean, it is what it is, right?
No, babe. No. If it was done to you, even though I don't fucks with you, I would still state my opinion on that the same way I state my opinion on everything else. I don't give a fuck who wants to hear my opinion or not. I have opinions and I want to tell them. If that happened to you, I would say the same thing. Like, why the fuck y'all out here showing this woman's house? That didn't happen, though.
That's the hypocrisy I'm talking about. Fuck out of here.
It's not hypocritical. It's not hypocritical. And then look, Artist Creek over here in Queen's chat tagging me. What the fuck? What you mean, what the fuck, Jonesin? What do you mean, what the fuck, Jonesin? I didn't do anything. So this is because I didn't. She's trying to make it seem like I'm down with somebody doing it to her, but I wouldn't be down with somebody doing it to me. No, I wouldn't be down with anybody doing it to anybody. And the simple fact is, Savage didn't show Queen Bee's house. Unless you live in the car, unless you live in the driveway or the garage, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to call that out. I'm not going to talk shit about that. I don't know.
Here with that bullshit. Rules for thee, but not for me. And let me also say, while we're here,
you think show her car's wrong, Tess? Does the bee have proof that she showed her house? No, because she didn't show her house. Now, the photo she showed was the cars sitting in front of the garage. And I even went back and verified it because Queen wasn't given, Savage was saying, no, I did not look up that girl's, that child's Facebook page, right? Because Queen kept saying Savage was snooping her child's Facebook page. So I went to Queen's trying to figure out what was going on. And then I went to Savage. Savage said, hell no, I did not do that. So then I said, fuck it. Yes, I did Google Earth it to make sure that picture that Savage had of the gold car sitting in front of the garage was able to be seen via Google Earth. Because I didn't want to back anybody up and say, oh, she didn't do this, she didn't do that, and then Savage saying it came from Google Earth. I didn't want to back her up and then it not actually be coming from Google Earth. See, that's what you do. You got to research. You got to check things out. You got to verify for yourself. So I went and I seen and I said, okay, this picture is indeed from Google Earth. So that's when I knew, okay, Savage at least is not lying about that. This picture did come from Google Earth. And it absolutely did. Yeah, sinner. That's true. Oh, Okie, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank God it's Friday. Friday, Friday, Friday. Hey, Sue. Yeah, and I think the person who sent the picture of the car to Savage, they could have been an asshole and sent the whole, the house, the garage, the car, all of that. I don't know if they did or not. I do know that Savage said she cropped it to where you couldn't see the address that they had typed in. So I don't know. I don't know. But speaking on behalf of the HOA on this very beautiful Friday morning, we will not be speaking out about Savage showing Queen Bee's car. We just won't. Now, I'll tell you right now, if you could see the tag, because that's another reason I went to the Google Earth, because I was like, okay, well, let's see when you zoom in, like, is it as fuzzy as it shows on Savage's picture? And it was. You couldn't see a tag. Now, I'll say, if you could see that tag, I absolutely would have spoke out against it. But you can't see a tag. You're not seeing the house. So, Queen, I don't know why you want the HOA to call out something that didn't happen, but that would just be an unhonest thing to do. So, we're not going to do that. I'm sorry. All right. On to the next one. Sorry, I didn't mean to cough in y'all's ear. On to the next one. But I absolutely would say something if it was her house or um you could see the license plate or something like that. I absolutely disavow that and say, "Oh my god, this is so fucked up." I would. Oh, Sav, you ain't got to do that, baby. Listen, I felt like it was necessary to, when you posted that picture and then she claimed that you went looking on her daughter's page, that's a very serious accusation. So that's why I found it necessary upon myself to go and Google Earth it and make sure that what I Google Earthed matched your photo. And it did. And I'm not going to speak out against you on that because it just didn't have any identifying information on it. It just didn't. Thank you, though, for the support. Yes, that's why it was shown, Allie. Savage had mentioned, iTal said they was going to come out with a video on this, but I don't know. They still haven't. But it was said, Betty had said something about Queen buying her daughter a car. Savage said, I heard something like that too. I might have a picture of a car that was sent to me. So then after she had said that, she continued on about her live. And then later, Queen and them was like, drop it. Where's the proof? Show the receipts. Da 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 da. They kept pushing. I think for like 2 days they pushed for Savage to show the receipts of the picture that she had. Because Queen assumed if she had a picture of her daughter's car, then she must have went real life and snooped her daughter's Facebook page. Turns out Savage finally got the picture, and it's the picture of Queen's car, not her daughter's car. Mm-hmm. Oh, she didn't say. Oh, yeah. Savage ain't paying me to lie. If I could, I will blur out everything and show y'all that I found the same exact picture. Hey, Dad. Oh, are you sick? I'm so sorry. That sucks. Who's being in? What? Hold on. No, it didn't. It didn't even show the whole garage. That's what I'm saying. So stop making it out like the HOA ain't doing their job. Listen, if there was any identifying information on that picture, we absolutely would have said something. If it was a picture of your house without identifying information, we absolutely would have said something. But you don't get to say she showed a picture of your car in the driveway and then repeatedly say, she showed my house. She showed my house. No, she didn't. And you know she didn't. You're doing what I explained to people the other day. You're you're using those triggers, like what people get touched by, what people react to, your daughter, your home. Neither one were true. So I'm just saying. All right, now let's move on to Brittany J, because I don't know. I think this live was, I don't know who this live was to. Maybe me. But I don't know. Let's see.
When you don't walk in my shoes and you don't see what I have to put up with every single day. And then I don't appreciate words being put in my mouth. I'm being accused of saying something that I didn't, like something was taken completely out of context that I did not even mean in that sense of the word. This narrative that I regret going along with the filing is not true. As much as y'all want to push that,
I don't think anybody's pushing it, Brittany J. I don't, and you're welcome in my chat. You know that. And if you want to come up here, you can. But I don't think anybody's pushing that. I think we're taking the way you say things, because you've said it twice now. You've said you didn't want no part of this. You didn't ask for that. You've said that twice while discussing the injunction and how people feel about your part of the injunction. So if people are discussing your part of the injunction, right? And you're talking about that, and you say, well, I didn't ask for any of this. I didn't want this. It does lead to the injunction. So my whole community post was about that. My whole community post was, you don't get to sign your name on this declaration, right? And then go back and say, I don't want it. And then now you say, well, that's not how I meant. I didn't want it. She meant she didn't ask for any of this, like the bullying. But that's not what you was talking about in that. Both times you said it, you was discussing the injunction. So I don't know. I mean, it could just be miscommunication, but I was saying, if you're referring to the injunction, like, you don't get to sign your name on that declaration and then throw your hands up and say, I didn't want nothing to do with it. Like, you have inserted yourself with some criminals, some frauds, and yeah, the ones they might be going after may just be criminals and frauds themselves. But regardless, it's unnecessary. And my whole point was, you don't get to do this, cry that you don't want no part of it, and then get mad when people like me have opinions about you using this injunction and Sebastian Rogers as a way to go for Granny. Now that don't take a, let's keep playing it.
and you want to make it like I'm saying that. I've already had Kathy P try to say, oh, it's not my fault you signed that paper. Kathy P, I'm not complaining about signing that paper. Or Jonesy, you're saying, oh, well, Brittany, you hold on, let me show it. I'm going to go and
Well, Allie, she knows she's more than welcome to. Listen, Brittany thinks that just because I have an opinion on something, she thinks a lot like Granny. And that's what I was telling somebody. I might have said it in Brittany's chat yesterday. Like, y'all are more alike than you realize, because it's with both of you, it's either black or white. You either fully fucking support me and ignore the shit I do, the shitty shit I do, or you don't support me at all. To me, I like to surround myself with people I can love and support you and still state my opinion on something if it seems out of line or, out of character. Y'all don't let that happen though. And that's sad.
In order. I'm going to try my best not to be. I'm already getting
Well,
frustrated.
hopefully she doesn't private this one, Matt, because I'm not being mean. And I have no intentions on being mean.
I'm over this. I'm over it. This environment is sick. This platform, people, when we reached a point where people are more worried about my actions after receiving a threat about my windows and doors being nailed shut and someone setting my house on fire while we're asleep, when you're more worried about the way that I reacted versus what the actual email stated, we have a problem.
Now, right here, she's referring to Nonsense's live yesterday. And I was in Nonsense's chat saying the same shit I'm saying right now. Like, it's not that, speaking for myself, I'm not going to speak for Nonsense or anybody else. Speaking for myself, it's not that I'm more concerned with the way you reacted to the threat than the threat itself. What it is I'm concerned that I'm more concerned about the threat than you were. It ain't got nothing to do with your actions. Your actions after the threat were kind of weird. I wouldn't go live and make content. I understand you get plenty of threats a day, but that's a hardcore threat, man. These folks talking about coming out there and killing you while you're asleep. And if that happens, you're not going to know because you're going to be asleep. So to me, I'd be like, 911. Yeah, these motherfuckers, let me tell you about them. At least make a note of it, right? Instead, you came to YouTube and had to have the people that you surround yourself with tell you, hey, this is fucking serious. Just call, So to me, it's just, it's not reacting in a more serious way about your reaction. It's just wondering why the fuck am I more concerned about the threat your family received than you are.
That's a real problem when people can't even look at what the email said or even show an ounce of concern. You're more concerned. And then they come and beat me over the head. And I get ugly messages and comments demanding to know why I'm lying about my emails or demanding that I somehow, am the one in the wrong here.
What? Nobody said that. And they say this a lot in this chat. They said, especially in the chat, even not so much Brittany, but girl, your chat's gonna be your downfall. They are wild. They are wild. There were people literally sitting in there with me, people who have no dog in the fight. Even Funya Nunya came in there and was just watching, and everything I said, there were chatters that turned, completely flipped it around right then in real time. And it was like, oh God, that's scary.
Demanding proof of my emails. First of all,
skirt, hold up. I didn't demand shit. And she is referring to me on this. And I'm sure she's referring to other people. But she does later say that I demanded something from her. I didn't demand shit. I asked if you could provide the proof. That's asking, hey, the same way we were asking Kathy P, hey, do you got proof of what you just accused Brittany J of? Well, now I'm asking Brittany J, hey, do you got proof that something like that happened in one of these chats? That's it. That's all. So when it benefits you, it's cool. But when I'm asking the same question of you, it's no longer cool. That hello.
Oh, I don't owe any of you a thing. I don't owe you anything at all. All right, so because there's people in chat asking what's going on. Y'all can have it. Every single day, there are lives going on about me, day in and day out. As we speak, there's a person live. I just had to private one of my videos. Every day, they use my content and trash me over and over and over. Countless people, countless streams.
Not me.
And then when I say something about it, I'm acting like a victim.
No, speaking for myself, the only like you do act the victim sometimes. I think you don't realize you do it, but I think it's just who you are. And some people accept and love people like that. Some people don't. But speaking for myself, I felt like you were portraying yourself as a victim when you said, I didn't ask for this. I didn't want this, referring to the injunction. Do I feel like you've been bullied to an extent? Yes. But I also feel like you've done some bullying too. And we're going to get to that.
All right. So I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry.
It was crazy, Hazel.
I'm just not.
Look. Let me show y'all this comment real quick from somebody in her chat. It was crazy as fuck. Okay. I said, my whole point is no one is taking away from you what you feel like Granny has done to you. I'm not saying you're lying. I simply think you should take care of the situation with Granny. And then I fucked up all my letters. Like, listen, I just took my nails off, so my Texan's fucked up right now. But it was Granny out. Hold on. Take care of the situation with Granny. It was supposed to be outside of Sebastian Rogers. Outside SR is what it was supposed to be. Look at this sweet tea and sunflowers comment. Joneson, I'm saying mind your own, or do you not have a life of your own to manage? F you, bish. Come at me. I may just catch a charge, but you come to my face, that seems to be something none of y'all can do. All right, internet gangster, slow your fucking roll. You're going to have a heart stroke. You need to calm down. Isn't that weird? Why nobody even talking to her?
Didn't even come live today. Can you please make me tacos? We just had tacos. Give me a second, guys.
I love tacos too, man. I could have tacos every night.
And what's going on. Last night I received an email about 9 something. TJ, thank you so much for becoming a member. Yada, I appreciate you for becoming a member. I apologize that I'm here on these circumstances, but
no, she wasn't.
I don't know
zero.
what I mean.
There were a lot of them saying stuff like that. It's like, what? And then Marlena Cantu said, bullies have invaded the true crime community. This is supposed to be a safe place for victims and their families, not a place for bullying and making victims. But y'all made Chris and Katie Proudfoot victims. Y'all aren't offering a safe space for Chris and Katie Proudfoot. First off. Second off, y'all aren't the true crime community. Y'all are trauma. And outside of trauma, if you was to take the drama out of it, you still wouldn't be true crime. You'd be a speculation channel. Just saying.
Over it. Like, what am I going to, I'm just going to sit on my hands and bite my fingernails off? No, I'm not going to sit here.
A harder stroke. Like, I felt like her jugulars had to be like, well, you only got one. You know what I'm saying? Her jugular, like her neck veins had to be like pulsing, you know?
And I know people are going to say,
like roided out type shit.
Hey, ignore. That's very easy until you are in this, you are experiencing this. So last night,
yeah, definitely
Granny's,
not true crime.
Her fun.
Let me mention that too, because Queen said I was supposed to be in true crime and I didn't understand the subpoena thing. Listen, bitch, I ain't never said I'm true crime. I said I'm crama. I talk about the drama surrounding true crime cases. That's it. That's all.
Razor was reported and they took it down.
No, Allie, Melissa Jade are true crime. See, when they want to entertain this fuck shit, they come to folks like me and Deepsy, where we're over here talking crama business. We handling crama business. You know what I'm saying? But they don't do that shit on their channel. They are true crime.
I guess she went live about it and was telling everybody that. So then I received an email about 9:47 last night.
Hey, nonsense.
Now let me show you. I didn't share this email last night. I didn't share this email because I didn't want to dox the poor guy, because I don't even listen. I'm at the time, and I still wonder. This very well, in my opinion, probably is a person that was just concerned.
Here,
and was trying to give me a head.
Brittany J, don't strike me, bitch. I'm gonna let this play for a second. I'm just going to make me a cup of coffee. Don't strike me.
Heads up. I didn't want to dox the person. I didn't know what to make of the email, so I didn't show it. I didn't know that people were going to be more worried about that than the actual contents of the email. You really might want to take a look in the mirror when you hear somebody saying that they get a threat like that, and then the first thing y'all want to do is lash out and make me the bad guy. Really? What about if it's an elderly man? Yes, it's an elderly man, and it's his real name on his email. So I wasn't going to pull the poor guy into it. Terry Workman, thank you so much. You're amazing. I love tacos too. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. You don't have to share the email with. No, I've already took care of that. The email, law enforcement has it. My attorneys have it. Nick has it. I've turned it to the proper people that I should have turned it over to. That was another thing last night. Let me just explain my actions, and I want to be clear. I'm explaining my actions to you guys. All of the people in the back, I don't care. You do what you're going to do, because at the end of the day, let's just call it for what it is. You don't like me, and you're always going to look for a reason to just chisel away. It's so insane. It's insanity to me. It's like everybody has to have, get in, and everybody has to be able to get in and take their dig. I've never in my life, I don't know. I guess I'm built different, because if I see a person that has multiple people coming at them already, I'm not going to join in on the crowd. That's insane. And these people, it's just like one after another, after another, after another. Like, you always got to critique and criticize everything. You don't even know me. You don't. Well, just admit that you don't like me. It doesn't matter what I do or say. Your mind's already made up. So I'm not here to convince any of you.
I get that. I get that.
Usually in the bushes, it was yesterday. I was on your channel. You got like 200 plus memberships. You are loved. Sorry that you're getting threatening messages, but you have many behind you. I love you guys. I appreciate it, but I'm just being.
Oh, is that what I missed? Okay. Is that what I missed? Okay. I knew she was going to say something that I wanted to address while I was away getting my coffee. Yeah, that was part of my problem in Nonsense's chat. It's because, like, girl, why would you get that email and immediately notify Nick? Have you looked him up? That's what I asked on my community post. Have you checked him out, girl? He is not a safe space. He is not a safe person to be dealing with. I don't give a fuck if he thinks he's got dogs backing or not. He's just not a decent person. He's not a good person. He's a fraudster. He's a con man. Sue me. Sue me, Nick. I'll pay for it out of my own damn pocket and put you to shame, because I ain't saying anything that's a lie. I've seen that record. I'm stating public common knowledge.
With y'all, like, so let me just, so I received an email last night. Okay. The reason that I thought long and hard about it. Exactly.
I agree, Jinlu. I absolutely agree. Jinlu said she's not wrong. There are people who, no matter what, will always think she's in the wrong. It's just not with her, though. Lots of humans do that and have it done to them. Abso-fucking-lutely. Brittany J, I cannot tell you how often I'm told I'm wrong by a certain group of people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay just cuz they think I'm wrong. You can't hover over every single person that thinks you're wrong for something or has a problem with something. Nick and Dog the Bounty Hunter, Dad. Nick the Hat is a con man and a fraudster. I don't even know what you would title him. Like, what's his career? I don't know. I guess that fraud. I don't know. But Dog the Bounty Hunter supposedly wants to help find Sebastian, and Brittany J knows this is a crock of shit. She knows that. Um. Oh, somebody said something about that earlier. Oh, not Brittany, but Queen, because she was sharing her. I guess she was sharing her screen yesterday, and it showed her Twitter DMs. But Mystery says she snitched on herself by saying she clicked on his avatar and it took her to his Facebook. Oh, hmm. That's interesting. Absolutely. People, there's always going to be somebody. Zero. He's not a YouTuber. He's just out there running a campaign. All right, let's let it play some more.
Exactly. If I would have put his email up, people would be harassing him and his Facebook is wide open. That's another reason that I didn't.
Well, and to be fair, the email she shows in a little while doesn't have that picture that she's claiming it had on it. So I don't know if she somehow cropped it out or what.
put his, because somebody was like, if you're getting a threat, you need to show names. No, that person's not the one that's
Yeah,
threatening
no,
me. The
an
person
email is not. I agree. I agree. An email, like if Nonsense sent me an email right now and I was to click her picture, it's not going to take me to her Facebook. That's just not how emails work. But Facebook Messenger will do that.
told me about the threats. And then people
I
sitting there
know,
telling me,
Brantley.
oh, well, if
I might go live again tonight. We'll see.
if these threats were in anybody's chat, we wouldn't have just deleted them and not said something. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. I'm supposed to believe and trust. I'm supposed to trust and believe people that just rip away at me, bring up my personal life, go after my family, bring up my kids. I'm supposed to believe that you're going to.
Yes, you are supposed to believe that. Maybe not all of them, but at least like I know you're referring to Nonsense right here because that's what she was saying during her live yesterday. That if she would have said something like that, she absolutely would have blocked it. And she would have, and I think Granny, oh, did Granny say she would have? I think Granny said she would have addressed it, but maybe that's who she's referring to that she knows wouldn't address it. But I know Nonsense would. I know Chico would. I know Duchess wouldn't let that shit happen in Nonsense's chat. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I think like you got to look at the Kathy situation with what just went down. Like, Nonsense was the one who went back while we were trying to figure it out and figured out where it initially came from. She didn't necessarily do it for you, but she did because it was an unfair claim to put on somebody.
You're going to have my back on that and you'd give me a heads up about it. I don't believe that. Look, I'm getting the threats right now. And what are they doing? They're coming at me. They're
Exactly,
coming at
Nonsense.
me as if I'm the person
Now,
that's in the wrong here.
I don't know if Granny would or not. I would think Granny would, but I don't know.
And I'm supposed to believe that you're going to reach out and have my back if you saw something like that said? Hell no. You people are. Mm,
What?
No, they have no idea what people are capable of, Yada. None.
We do. That's why we're so enraged that you came to YouTube and went to nick the fucking hat before you even made a note with law enforcement. That's exactly what the malfunction is here.
Which is why I brought it to y'all last night. I didn't come here to be a victim, Joneson. Joneson, you can dislike me all you want, and that's fine.
See, she loves to say I dislike her. I don't dislike her. There are some things about Brittany J I do still like. I understand people I roll with might not understand that or might not feel the same way. It's just how I am. But because I have an opinion on something, that means I don't like her. Like, it's again, like I said, you and Granny are a lot alike in that way. There is no room for black or white. I mean, no room for gray. It's only black or white. If you support me, you support me, and you shut the fuck up and you don't have an opinion on my actions. If you do have an opinion on my actions, then you just don't support me any longer. Done with you. How sad.
But you know as well as I do that I have never been anything but nice to you. I've never come at you, but for some reason, every time I turn
Good morning,
around, Jones,
Michelle.
and you're coming at me about something.
Every time you turn around, I'm coming at you. I'm coming at you, Brittany J. This was an exaggeration. This was an exaggeration. I only highlight shit that I see a problem with because this is my channel.
Done anything to you. If you don't like me, that's okay. Hey, that's life.
Right,
People don't like
Beats?
each other. But you don't have to try to start something with me every time I turn around.
Every time she turns around, y'all, I'm trying to start something with her. This is insanity. So last week when we were standing up for you, what was it? Last week, week before, when we were standing up for the fact that you didn't say anything about Kathy P's son, was that me coming for you? Let me know.
And if you want to take up that position where you calling out what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, then how about this? Why
people call me out for what they think I'm wrong for? I'm just saying, listen, a lot of people have opinions about me, and that's fine. I'm not here to constantly watch every single person's opinion of me and correct it to what I think they should think about me. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm allowed to have opinions the same way you are, Brittany J, the same way Nonsense is, the same way Deets is. We're all allowed to have opinions. If you don't care to hear our opinions, then just don't let it affect you, girl.
didn't you call out certain people when my kids' names were put out there? Why didn't you call it out when
Listen, pay attention.
out what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong? Then how about this? Why didn't you call out certain people when my kids' names were put out there? Why didn't you call it out when a certain someone was on her panel talking about my kids, their appearance, saying that they look poor, saying
the whataboutisms, right? Granny is usually saying, what about when Brittany J said this about this? Or what about when she did this about this? And I always told Granny, like, I wasn't there. And if I had been there, I would have stated my opinion. Like, just because I'm here now stating my opinion, y'all don't get to hold that shit against me that I wasn't there when all that shit started. Why are you know, I'm not going to go after Granny for something she said to you 2 years ago. I'm just not going to. I only have opinions and comments on what's happening in present time. That's how I've always been. That's what I try to stick to because people change, people grow. I like to think I change sometimes. I grow sometimes. Sometimes I grow in the opposite direction. It does happen. But I'm just saying, like, the whataboutisms. This is another way you and Granny are so similar. Because it's, what about when she did this to me? Why didn't you say something when she did that to me? It's the same thing. Because I wasn't here. Had I been here, I absolutely would have said something to either one of you.
That they were the most saddest looking children they've ever seen. Why ain't you ever say anything about the false
You
allegations
sure have,
that
Alex.
I abuse my
You sure have. Alex said, are you flipping serious? I have fucking stood up for all that over these chats. The shit done to her about her kids was disgusting. The dark circles and stuff. I've said it over and over. Yeah, you have. I've heard you say it a lot. So it's like, come on, man. This is what I mean, though, Brittany. The victim, the victim mentality. When I say you play the victim role, this is what I mean. You got people out here that stand up for you, but you don't give a fuck. You won't, like, oh, my face. Lord.
my animals. No, that's all okay because you don't like me. Let's just be clear. But if you're going to come at me, let's come.
That's all okay, though, y'all, because I don't like Brittany. I'm totally fine with the shit Granny has said to her about her kids because I don't like Brittany. No, it's because I wasn't here then. And even today, I've stated things were wrong. The same way you doing the whole butthole thing. I've told Granny I thought that was wrong. I think her talking about your kids is wrong. Period. Y'all both. I think this is what's wrong. Y'all are so similar that y'all just cannot get past each other. Like, y'all need to either bestie up or completely act like each other don't exist. Like, one or the other.
I'm correct, okay? Because you're wrong on what you said, and we'll get there in just a minute. I'm going to show you where you're misinformed.
Okay.
Daisy, thank you so much for becoming a member or being a member for 17 months. Here to support you, Britt. Thank you. So first, let me show the email first, okay? And then I'm going to address Jones's community post.
I thought they did, girl. I don't know what happened because they did make amends on Queen's channel, and then suddenly they was fighting again. I don't know.
I've never been nothing but nice to her. Nothing but nice.
You have always been nice to me, but Brittany, I wouldn't think you hated me if you said, hey, I think the way you talked to Ellie the other day was fucked up. Joneson, hey, I think you sharing those screenshots from your DMs with Queen was fucked up. Just because you tell me you feel that way don't mean you hate me. You see what I'm saying?
Give me 1 minute, please.
It's just mind-blowing. Hey,
Granny. And I apologize. I'm not speaking to anybody being lovable like I usually am towards y'all, but I'm you know what I mean? Like, y'all want it? I mean, because if this is how it is, y'all can have it. Y'all can have it because I'm not.
Girl, I know you didn't think. I know you did not think that, okay, let's say if you really wanted out of this, if you really wanted nothing more to do with it, you ice them out, right? You block them out, you ice them out, you tell the people around you not to send you any more shit. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. If you really, really wanted that, you would do that, and then you would just not respond. Do not respond, right? How many people talk shit about, let's use Grizzly, for example. How many people say shit about Grizzly? A lot of people. Does she respond to them? No. Eventually they shut the fuck up. So if you really wanted this to be over, I would think you would just not respond. Don't give it the energy, right? Don't give that power. But instead, you go and sign a declaration and insert yourself into an injunction that has to do with a missing child. They're wrong for doing this injunction, and you're wrong for allowing yourself to be put in it. Period. If you want to handle things with Granny's watching, you do that shit on the side. That was the whole point in my community post. Do that shit on the side. If you feel like the bullying has been relentless and you're just over it and you're tired of it, do it on the side. Send her a cease and desist. If she keeps on, your community will 100% support you in doing what you need to do. I promise they would. but instead you use the injunction, which has to do with Sebastian Rogers. No, that's sick. It's sick. I'm sorry, Brittany. I can't wrap my head around that. I absolutely agree with you that if you feel like you need to do something, then you should do it. I absolutely agree with that. So when I tell you stop doing it using Sebastian, that don't mean I think you're wrong in wanting to do something. It means I think you're wrong in waiting and using Sebastian to do it. Do that shit on your own time, girl.
Y'all love this shit. People
You do too.
There's certain
You
people.
do too. Cut that shit. Miss me with that shit. You do too, Brittany J. You do.
I say it all the time. There's certain people in this world who thrive on chaos. They love chaos. I don't.
Oh, hell no,
I
Truth.
don't. I never have.
Yes, you have. I can't. And see, I think that's another victim thing. I've never liked this. I've never wanted any of this. But you have. And I'm not saying you've started things first. I don't know, and I don't give a fuck who started things first. Just like between me and Queen, I can't tell you. Well, yeah, I can. I started it. I started it first. But that don't matter. It's still a tit for tat. You like this, Brittany J.
All right, give me a second. Let me pull up not my Amazon. Sorry, y'all. I'm pulling up Amazon.
Yes.
Let me go.
Yes. Yes. Uh-oh, I think I just hit something. Oh, I did. I did. Oh, it was right there in the bottom corner. Jesus Christ.
Let me go here.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Melissa. So why does she constantly keep bringing it public, Angela? I guess Angela Clips and Giggles is in here. Why hasn't she filed a suit protective order against Granny personally? You don't bring it public to make money off of. You don't wait for an opportunity with criminals to do it if you're really serious about it, in my opinion.
To my let me go to my documents.
Yeah, I know.
Downloads.
The hell for your security cameras. I heard her talking about security cameras. Listen, bitch. Not bitch in a mean way, Brittany J. You have had plenty enough time and money. Listen, let me tell you what I did. I bought 3 cameras off Amazon that hook to my Wi-Fi. They're Ring cameras. It's like legit. So yeah, I paid a little more for them. I paid $150 for my whole setup, and I only paid $10 a month for like the access to the perks, right? For like storage on what my cameras pick up when I use them, that is. So I'm just saying. But I still pay the $10 a month. Girl, you've had plenty of time and ample opportunity to get yourself a camera system.
Right here.
I
digress.
digress.
All right, here's the first one. Can you guys see that? Let me come back to y'all. Make sure y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? Wait a minute, because I don't think y'all could see it. Right there. There it is. Can y'all see that? All right.
Yeah.
The title of you see it, right? I'm going to zoom in. Right? Okay. Look at this.
Oh, is this our Cammy? Cammy, if you see this, I don't think you're in the chat. If you see this later, let me know if this is you. Okay.
6 p.m. All right. Received. That's when I took the screenshot last night. Okay. So I could show my mods. Look at the date. October the 30th, 2024 at 9:27 p.m. Right? You see that? 9:27. Now, I don't want to dox the guy, okay? Because I just ain't about that. Why am I going to do that? So I did.
Well, hell, it's already out there now, Allie. Brittany, Alex said she can and should ask for any private info that comes out during any legal proceedings to be sealed. Yeah, shit's already out there now.
It blot out their name and their email or whatever. But you clearly see Cammy B87, that's me, to Cammy B87, date October the 30th, 2024 at 9:27 p.m. Okay? There you
That's
go.
what I was saying, nonsense. I'm so confused because this email that she's showing right here, if she's talking about this icon right here, if that's what she's referring to, you click it and it takes you to the Facebook. That's not how emails work. So this is an email. It's not a Facebook Messenger. So I'm confused if there's more to the email that she's not showing. And there's another, like a link or a picture that leads to a link or something. I don't know.
Now, let me hold on a minute. Let me exit off that. That's to show y'all right now. I'm going to read y'all the email. Let me show y'all the actual, let me pull up the other document because I took 2 screenshots.
Yes. Yes, Deets. This is the same exact thing that happened with Kathy, just reversed. It's just backwards. That's what I meant by, like, you were okay with me and Deets and whoever else saying, like, you got to have that proof. You got to have that backup before you come out here and say stuff like that, right? It's not fair to that person. So when I'm doing that and it benefits her, it's all good. But when I'm doing it and it doesn't benefit her, then I must hate her.
All right, here we go. Okay. Let me come back to y'all.
Oh no, she's made more, not less.
All right, let me share my screen.
PB&J.
Thank you for your patience. All right. Here it is. Okay. Let me zoom in. You can see
Yeah,
up here.
she hasn't, in my opinion, from what I've seen just by watching her stream, she hasn't lost income. She's actually gained it.
In October the 30th, 2024, 9:27 p.m. All right. It says, and here's the email that the person
Now
sent.
she did. Now, see right here, you can see right here, she said, do you have proof of these comments? Or can you tell me where you've seen this? And apparently the girl didn't email her back yet. Or, I don't know, maybe said she would find them, or maybe said she would send the proof. Well, then you should have waited to even say anything publicly until you had that proof.
This guy was saying some fucked up stuff about you, and he also said that he was going to screw your doors shut on your house and burn it down with you in it.
Well,
There's so many people pissed off.
I mean, Voodoo, I could say the same thing for you in reverse. Or actually, I could say the same thing for you in the same way. Like, that'd be like me saying you're an ass kisser because just because I don't agree with Granny's watching on something, you're going to come for me. And that's what you've done. So, not in a bad way, but you have not given me the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the Granny situation at all. And that's because you stand Granny. Cool. Stand her. But don't be coming in here saying that about Angela's when that's you for Granny. The same kind of thing.
At you, and people online are nuts. I thought you should be aware. I think this guy was pretty serious. He said that he had your address and everything. Someone else said that they
she sure did, Deets. She was told by Queen that Deets was, what was it, talking shit in the Discord or something, and Brittany, or did a live on her. That's what it was. Did a live on her, and Brittany just ran with it and called Deets out and talked shit about Deets without even going and verifying. She has since apologized. I think she apologized to Deets herself, but I know she's apologized to Deets through me. But she has done that.
They made or were making a CPS child report on you, so I'd be on the lookout for that as well. Honestly, I'm surprised that you haven't been swatted yet. Laugh out loud. Oh, and on top of it, all of that, if your RICO thing doesn't go through, she had grounds to countersue you, and she has already re-raised the 5,000 from the lost GoFundMe. Shit isn't looking very good, Britt. Be safe. So below, okay, I respond 9:36 p.m. Do you have proof of these comments, or can you tell me where you seen this? I don't lie. You couldn't pay me to lie. You couldn't pay me to lie about being threatened. I know that there's people in this, on this godforsaken earth who, get down with getting sympathy and is willing to go to links like that to get sympathy or make it about them, but I ain't one of them. I ain't never been like that. I don't even think like that. My mind don't even work that way. I'm not talking about you saying I lied, Jonesin. I'll show you where people are saying that I lied about it. Now let me get to your post so I can tell you or respond to you. I would never lie about some shit like that. And let me be clear about who I'm addressing when I say that. Specifically, people in nonsense chat, people in other chats that I've seen today accusing me of making that shit up. I don't roll like that. I didn't even think. Think about anything like that. The thought didn't even cross my mind that I'd be accused
Oh
of that.
shit, I was muted. Did I Deets, did you hear when I said it was you? You must have already left the chat, but in one of my chats is where she came in and apologized to you. Um you could have already been out of there by then because I actually reached out to her and I told her thank you. Thank you for that apology to Deets because you believe something that wasn't true. And Voodoo, what I'm saying is I get what you're saying. I don't know who else you support or not. I understand when you ride for a creator, you ride for a creator. I get that. But I was using that as an example. Like the same way you say Angela does this because of her hatred for Granny. I could say that you do things all because of your love for Granny. You see what I'm saying?
Tugs on the heartstring. Thank you. I appreciate that. June, thank you. We love you, Brittany. I love you too. All right, let me just
I can't
because
remember what live it was, but she did Deets. I can't remember which one it was. I wish I could so I could tell you.
and listen, normally Jones and I ignore it. You've made quite
Hey
a few community posts.
Titanium. Hey Titanium. Hey girl. Brittany J, I have not made quite a few community posts. I think I've made two. Two community posts referring to you in the past what? I've been here 2.5 years.
Tagging me. I just ignore it. I ain't never ever responded to you, got mad at you or anything, even with some of the things you've said. But this right here, the reason I'm responding to you on this is because you misunderstood me. So it says
She
allegedly
did,
Brittany J.
Sammy.
You have to stop trying.
She did. She acknowledged us. And like I was saying, it wasn't even necessarily standing up for Brittany J. And like specifically, it was, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? For me, it was you don't know who's struggling with what addiction out here. And okay, if you feel like she was nodding out, cool. That's your opinion. You're allowed to feel that way. And you're allowed to say something. What wasn't fair was laughing, making fun of it, joking about it, because I mean, it's just sad. is sad if that is what it is. You see what I'm saying?
And to play the victim in the chaos that you have caused by using a missing child as a way to handle your personal beef. All right, hold on. Let me stop there. Chaos that I have caused.
Ooh,
I know you
girl.
don't know the history, but this shit's been going on for 2 years. Chaos that I have caused. Or so it's my fault. My content is the reason that I get all of this. That's okay.
Like, yeah, they're in the comments saying I demanded her to show proof. And I mean, they were really, and I was like, where did I demand her to show proof? I asked her if she could provide proof. They were in the comments saying I threatened her, that I threatened Brittany J, and I would never do that, first off. So that kind of, it was like, what? But I do feel like she's caused some chaos. Not only by getting the same way I think Clue and them have caused chaos. Like, y'all shouldn't be so damn close to these parents that y'all feel like you're fighting for them. And it's the same for her and Seth. So I think that portion causes chaos. But I also think if you wanted things to settle down, you wouldn't sign yourself into what's that thing called? Jesus. Not an introduction, not an inclusion. What is it? I always forget this word. What is it, y'all? Injunction. Got it. Got it.
That's okay. You're cool with that? You cool with people threatening and coming at me and other people because of my content?
No, I'm not cool with
So
that.
then it says you don't get to do that. Claiming that you didn't want any of this. Girl, the crooks would not just add you to an injunction without your permission. And if they did, you could do something about it. The
True.
fact of the matter is you signed off on it,
True.
literally. Have you researched anything about the hat? Bro is dangerous.
True.
Okay. I never said anything about
So far, I haven't said anything that was not true in this community post that she's reading.
Me being brought into that injunction again, like me not wanting to be a part of it. You completely got me twisted when
No, you got yourself twisted because when discussing the injunction and discussing people being mad at you, the haters or whatever, being mad at you about the injunction, you said you didn't want no parts of it. Like, you didn't ask for it. That's what you said. You said it twice. 2 different live streams.
when I said that I didn't ask for any of this, what I'm talking about is I didn't ask for somebody to go on her channel and put via Google Earth, put up my property and show it to the whole world. I didn't ask for somebody to pull up an innocent boy who lost his life, his obituary, to weaponize that poor boy's death. All in, y'all know why she did that.
No, you didn't ask for that. But it doesn't take away from the fact that you should handle this on the side, not in the Sebastian Rogers situation. Like, I don't understand what's so hard to understand about that. Cool, you have your right to handle business. Go handle your business. But don't do it off the back of a missing child. Like, when they came to you with that opportunity, you should have seen that and said, get the fuck out of here. That's what you should have said. This is not for Sebastian. This is not going to help Sebastian. It's not going to help find Sebastian. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want no parts of it. And then maybe did something on the side to handle your situation with you and Granny.
It was all to dox me. I didn't ask for that. That's what I was talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know where this is like the second or third time I've seen this narrative. People keep speaking like I'm backtracking and I'm regretting or somehow I'm worried about this injunction. No, you ain't heard me. I don't even talk about it. I try to skirt around it. I'm quite frankly where I can't really say a whole lot. I'm doing whatever the hell I got to do to protect myself. Let me
How fucking selfish. This is my point, Brittany. Don't take me as yelling at you as yelling at you. You know, I get passionate. That's exactly my point. You are doing what you have to do, what you feel like you have to do to take care of yourself. You could have took care of yourself and took care of this bullshit on the side, not using Sebastian. That's it. That's it.
Ask you something. Let me ask all of you something. What would you do if one of these people, what would you do, Jones? And if Queen Bee went on her panel today and she showed your house and she put out something that would lead people straight to your address?
Okay, so this is where we showed the part where Queen Bee earlier was asking the HOA, like, because I said, I put in the comments when she said this, I said, hell, I'd be catching me a flight to Illinois and catching a charge. You know what I'm saying? But that's what led to Queen asking the HOA, but y'all are cool with Savage showing my house. No, we're not cool with Savage showing your house. You know why? Because Savage didn't show your house. That's it.
What would you do if she talked about your kids? What would you do if she told the whole damn YouTube that your kids aren't taken care of?
Well, she did insinuate I was getting finger banged in the theater alongside my son while he was there. She did insinuate that. You know what I did? Instead of coming live and making content out of it, I messaged the bitch on the side and let her know that shit was not cool. That's it. That's all. I wouldn't go live and be like, oh my God, y'all.
That she's got pictures of your kids with dirty clothes and dark circles under their eyes and they're not taken care of. What would you do?
It is gross. Rebel Soul, how you think I felt when I heard that? When I messaged her about it, she said that wasn't what she was trying to insinuate. I said, well, then the way you put your words out, you need to fucking pay attention to that a little more. Because that's exactly what it sounded like. I was fucking fuming, y'all. I was fuming. Did I want to pull the trigger to a YouTube live? I absolutely did. Did I want to do a short addressing her? I absolutely did. I decided against it because my son is not content. He's just not.
You said you have got to stop trying to play the victim in the chaos that you have caused by using a missing child as a way to handle your personal beef.
Yep.
You don't get to do that. Claiming that you didn't want any of this, girl, the crooks would not just add you to an injunction without your permission. And if they did,
She's
you could do
reading it
something
again.
about it. The fact of the matter is you signed off on it, literally. Have you
True.
researched anything about the hat? Bro is dangerous. What are
True.
your supporters proud of you for? For using Sebastian to defend yourself with Granny? Nah, girl. If you are going to stand by that claim that you didn't want to be a part of the injunction, you should retract your part in it. And if you still want to pursue something with Granny, then do it on your own.
Period, Pooh. You tell him, Brittany. You tell him, Brittany J. That's exactly what should be happening. You should be handling that shit on the side, girl. You should be handling that shit on the side. That's what I was saying. And she thinks that because I'm saying she shouldn't be using Sebastian, that she shouldn't handle it at all. No, handle your business however you think you need to handle it without it being pertaining to Sebastian.
Whether I think creators should fight the injunction or just stay quiet and let it go is a matter of my opinion. So is this. What you're doing is wrong. The role you're playing in this is wrong. You are not innocent in this current chaos. Also, where's the screenshot and the proof that?
And it's like also because she thinks because I say what you are doing in this is wrong. What you are contributing to it is wrong. She thinks that because I'm telling her contribution to the injunction is wrong, that I'm co-signing Granny for the stuff she's done. And I'm not. I think y'all are both wrong in different ways. The same way I'm wrong in some stuff that I say or do. It's not that serious. What is serious is using a child's name, a missing child's name, to handle your fucking beef with another creator. And you absolutely should retract it, right? Retract it, and then take it upon yourself and handle your business yourself. Take it and handle it. That's what I'm saying.
someone sent you an email that someone was going to screw your doors shut and burn your house down. Can you provide that, please? So yeah, you did ask for proof.
I
Absolutely
did.
did ask for proof.
Oh, y'all heard her. I asked for proof. Earlier in this live, she said I demanded it. I was getting cussed out in her chat saying that I demanded it. I don't demand shit. I don't demand a damn thing. I didn't demand you prove it. I asked if you could prove it. The same way we asked Kathy P if she could prove that you talked about her kids. It's just, Jesus Christ.
For proof. Well, I just gave it to you. Here's my problem.
Me too, screenshot this.
Having a back and forth with somebody is a whole different ball game. I call you a bitch, you call me a bitch. That's tit for tat. What's not tit for tat, Jones, and anybody else that don't know the history, is her going after my kids constantly. Constant. It's never stopped. I want y'all, because I asked you this
I
before.
agree.
You said, nope, you don't care about this.
I agree. And that's the one thing you will get from me, Brittany J, is out of y'all's history and the little bit y'all have both told me about y'all's tit for tat, you don't really attack children. You don't really bring up her kids, but she has brought yours up. So I absolutely agree with that.
The history. Well, if you don't care enough to actually go see for yourself that I've
Period.
never went real life on this girl, I never once have went personal about her children, her home life. I've never done anything that puts her at risk at all. I've never done.
Now I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that because, like I said, since I've been here, I haven't seen her do anything that puts you at risk. But the past, I'm not sure.
Done shit to this girl that would justify her doing the shit she does to me. It's not a fair and balanced situation.
Titanium, what'd you do to Queen Girl? She upset with you
at all. And if I don't care who says it, whether it's Melissa Jade or somebody that I ain't never met a day in my life, anybody that's there saying that me and Granny are equal, you're a lie. You're an absolute lie.
Jason.
There is no equal.
Yeah. Since y'all can't be grown ass adults and just stop with each other, maybe y'all should take restraining orders out on each other. Send each other some cease and desist and just be done with it. You know? Maybe that would help.
To what she's done compared to me.
Hell, me and Queen might end up having to do that if we can't stop.
Anybody that's not biased, that don't have a personal beef against me, will say that and stand on it. Anybody that knows the history. And I know for a solid fact that most of you would not sit back and let somebody do to you what she's done to me.
Yep. There you go, Melissa Jane. And it is. It's straight bias, straight love or hate, one or the other. You know what it's like, people get so hyper focused, but it's kind of like what you call it? I ain't trying to take no digs. Fuck. This one might get me in trouble. But it's kind of like Maniacs and Chronicles of the Shady, because we sometimes let our hatred for people cloud our judgment, and that's when we like hate bonding shit, right? I'm guilty of hate bonding, absolutely. But it's like y'all are fighting for the victims, but y'all are over here chumming it up with Brittany so that y'all can attack Granny. But Brittany has also done shit that is not cool in this Sebastian Rogers case. So it's like, do we really fight for victims, or are we just fighting against other creators? Don't come for me. Don't come for me. I'm just saying. And that's like, because hate does cloud our judgment. It clouds mine too. But I'm saying, sitting on the outside, watching, certain people that want to call out tragedy pimps, and they're going hard after Granny because they don't like Granny and they think she's a tragedy pimp and they don't fuck with her. And in doing so, they're over here, hate bonding with Brittany J, but she also does those things. So it's like, can you not just stay out of both and, call both actions out? I don't know.
Alley Cat, thank you so much.
Okay. Oh, titanium.
I'm not a
fine.
victim.
She'll
I don't
catch up.
pretend to be. I've talked shit right along with the rest of them and the best of them. I've done it all day long. I would never say
No, maniacs, were you in Brittany J's chat? I think I've seen Chronicles in Brittany J's chat. Have you been in Brittany J's chat? You must have been. You must have been. Because when I thought about that, I thought about you and Chronicles. Yeah, nope, you can't, because then you're gray and you get called the moral authority, Like I agree, Deets. And that's why I said no shade. I'm not trying to throw shade at Maniacs and Chronicles of the Shady, because I am also fucked up in that way. I also let hate cloud my judgment sometimes. But if we're fighting for the victim, we're fighting for the victim, right? And it's not fair to team up with one person that's hurt this victim to go after another person that's hurt this victim, just because you may dislike this other person who hurt the victim a little more. Does that make sense?
sit here and pretend to be. But one thing I don't do is lie about
Hey,
having shit
Ma.
happening to me. Anything that I've ever said happened. Even that quote unquote fake SWAT they keep accusing me of.
Girl, don't do it. Don't do it. Look, even right here in the chat, I'm not saying sit back and let it happen. I'm saying don't use Sebastian Rogers. I said that over and over and over.
I
I
can't say
do.
nothing.
I do. That's what I'm saying. Like, I absolutely allow my hate to cloud my thoughts and my processes just as much. Like, but I try not to. Just because I don't fuck with Queener, I can't stand that bitch. Don't mean that I want to not stand up for her if Betty says she hopes she dies of cancer or talks about her kids, It's like, I can hate you all day long. If that's wrong, then that's wrong. I was in BJ's chat twice, so I'm asking how I did that. Were you in there pumping her up about the granny stuff? I thought you were. No, the injunction has absolutely nothing to do with Sebastian. It's a way to just fuck with people. That's it. That's all. I don't know. I haven't seen anything. Maniacs, I feel like I seen you over there with Chronicles of the Shady talking shit about Granny and what Granny's done to the parents, aka Seth. Did that not happen? Of course you are, Earth. They're quick with that block finger, I guess you could say. Okay, so that isn't what I seen then. I mean, maybe I perceived it wrong, Maniacs, but it looked like you and Shady was over there like talking shit about what Granny's done in this case. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, when I seen y'all, I was like, what about this person's chat and what she's done in this case, But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I do still feel that way about Shady a little bit though, because she's been over there a lot. And I've told Shady before, I feel like she allows her hate to cloud her judgment, her vision of particular situations. But if you wasn't over there with her doing that, then maybe I perceived it wrong and I'm sorry.
Limited on what I can say about the injunction. I can't. Legally, I can't. But I'll say this. I asked
Always
multiple
maniacs.
times for my property to be taken off. It's a situation that has progressed, that has
No, I
not
didn't
stopped.
say
It's
she
not going to
speaks on
stop.
anybody's kids. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? I didn't say Shady speaks on kids. No, Shady don't speak on kids. No, 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 no. I didn't say that.
The same day that the filing was put out, it was stated, BJ, I'm not going to stop coming for you. I'm going to rev up and come for you even more. It's not going to stop. I was approached and asked if I would like to sign, have someone defend me and help me. I've already been looking for ways. That's another.
It's not hard. Just go do it. Call around, go visit a few, law offices. You'll figure it out. Go to the courthouse, your county courthouse. It's not that hard. You will be led to where you need to go to do those things. So she said she's already looking into ways to go, to stop Granny. Well, then you should have just stuck with that and told Nick, no, I'm good. I'm working on that over here on my own.
Other thing to the moles. Hey, have at it. Any mole that I have,
No,
you're just
no,
going to
I
prove
didn't say
that
that.
I've
No,
been
no,
trying
no.
to make this shit stop.
No, Shady doesn't talk about kids. Shady would never do that.
Privately and publicly. What are people saying about money? And no, I'm not here today thinking that I'm going to convince anybody of anything that already has it out for me or don't like me. It's not going to change nobody's mind.
Oh, you don't know Titanium? Well, you better email her, girl. She said something on Granny's the other day when you were in the comments. She said she's got her own problem with you. I think you didn't say anything wrong. You were just asking a question, but she thought you were being rude at first. But I think Granny corrected that.
Well, let me explain that, Joneson. She says, I didn't say threats aren't real. I just wanted to see it because ain't no way in heck I would have come on here and contacted Nick before law enforcement. That shit's wild to me. Well, let me tell you, that's one of many. Y'all don't even know the threats that I sit on and that I've never brought to this platform because I don't want to give people ideas. The reason that I brought that one to the platform before I have two reasons why I did that. One, I didn't have any proof. I have no proof.
Right. So you shouldn't have brought it to the platform. That's my whole point.
Threats that I've got, they go straight to where they belong, to the proper authorities. Every one that I've ever got, I've done exactly what I should do with. But
right.
This particular
Nonsense.
threat that
she's the only one that gets threatening emails. You're not, babe.
I got last night, there's no screenshots. Nothing. All it is a person telling me they saw this.
Okay, right here. In my opinion, Brittany J wanted an easy, free, low personal effort way to shut Granny down. It is wrong to use that option no matter who it is. I would say the same if Granny did it. Exactly, If Granny was approached by Nick and the whole at night media lawyer and all that, if she was approached and asked if she wanted to handle business with Brittany J into that, and by being added to that injunction, if Granny agreed to it, I'd be doing the same thing I'm doing right now. Like, why would you do that off the back of this missing child? It makes it messier. It makes it nastier. Y'all are grown-ass women. Handle that shit on the side. Don't use this child because this injunction is bullshit in the first place. The injunction itself is using Sebastian. Minus the Seth part. Now, most of what Seth said in that injunction is false. I will say that. A lot of it is lies, but there are some truths in there that would, allow it to be seen more easily by a judge, allow it to be more understood. There are those few truths that he could get away with it. Every one of y'all other motherfuckers, nah, nah.
So I come
Y'all
on
all
here and
crazy.
I made the conscious decision to go live and show it and say, look, this is the product of the drama. These things are happening. And I thought maybe if I put it out there and if this person really saw what was said in another person's chat, it might help trigger something or pull on somebody's heartstring if it did
No,
happen in another
voodoo, those threats don't matter, baby. The Proudfoot threats don't matter. Only Seth's threats.
person's chat. And they would come at me and say, hey, yeah, Brittany, here you go. Here's the receipts. Quite frankly, I didn't even know if I could reach out to law enforcement with that because it's a secondhand account with no
Absolutely.
proof.
Absolutely, you could. You could just say, hey, this is what I was told. And you're not necessarily asking them to make a report. They can just notate it. It doesn't have to be a full on report. It could just be like something they put in pertaining to you, something they put in their system, a note saying, hey, this person was told she was threatened about this and by this way. So then if you go to sleep and your house catches on fire and you're all in it, you've already made a note of it and they already know what they're headed out there for.
If that person would have brandished screenshots last night, y'all wouldn't have never known about it.
What?
That's why I did what I did last night.
Oh, so because, hold on. So because they didn't send the screenshots, that's why you decided to talk about it because you didn't know if it was true or not. That's even more, to me, that's even more of a reason not to talk about it. And I understand you don't think like that, but you got to understand I do think like this and I'm allowed to have an opinion. Me, that's even more of a reason not to speak on it because you're putting something out here that may not be true. Why would you do that? And again, that leads me back to the victim mentality. Is it because you want sympathy about somebody threatening you this way? I don't know. I don't know what the purpose was. Or was the purpose for asking for, maybe help with cameras or something, or saying that you needed to get some cameras? Like, I don't know. I don't know what the purpose was.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. That's it. That's the truth. Well, that and to be honest with you, it scared the fuck out of me. Wouldn't you
I
be
agree,
afraid?
Silent Angel.
Wouldn't you be afraid? Somebody tell you they're gonna nail your house shut and burn you and your kids down in it?
Yeah, that shit's scary.
I appreciate that. Inspired by flavor. I don't
Right?
mind.
Right? Kelsey? Because I definitely know I'm part of the problem between, my drama with Queen. I know that. It would be unfair of me to sit here and play victim, 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 victim. And take zero responsibility in some of the chaos I caused with that situation.
Showing receipts. I didn't show them last night because they weren't redacted, and I don't want to dox
Right.
anybody. I don't think
No, she did though, Allie. She didn't document it to police. She documented it to Nick the Hat. That's weird.
that person that reached out to me was a callous person. He's an older gentleman, and he probably don't even know how to take screenshots.
Cammy is an older gentleman. Hold on. That email was from somebody named Cammy. I cannot see an older man being named Cammy. So there's another thing I've got questions on, but I'll whatever. I'm not asking you to prove it. I'm just questioning it.
Oh my God.
It's silent right now.
Br's been afraid since our house was shown. Hell yeah. And it's mind blowing to me that people are more worried about my actions than actually look at the situation as a whole.
It's mind blowing to me that I'm more worried about that threat than you are. That's what's mind blowing to me. Hey, Esther.
Miss Sugar, I don't know who it was. I don't know. Somebody in a chat in a chat, a person said that it was that they thought that they had saw it either in Kathy P's chat, or I have to look and see. I don't know. I don't want to say because I don't have proof of where it was shown. So I don't know. All
Bye,
I know
Sinner. Have a
is
good day.
the fact that it was said at all, or if it was said at all. That's enough for me. Exactly. Constant speaking on people's kids, custody, marriage,
I
parent.
mean, okay. I could understand speaking on it for that reason. Thank you, baby. I love you. I could see her speaking on it for that reason because maybe somebody out there did catch a screenshot of it. But if she ain't received that screenshot yet, I don't think it happened.
I've got I can show you a damn video from 2 summer, what was it? No, it was last a whole year ago where my kids and my family's being spoken on. I ain't never done that shit.
Cammy is her email address?
Yes, I took care of
Maybe.
that this morning, Boodlebug. I called him last night, remember? I met him this morning after I took my
Oh,
kids to
okay.
school.
Okay. Thank y'all for clarifying it because I was like, what? Cammy is a dude? So Flo.
What I don't
Claws.
understand, there's you know what, I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't even gonna
Sorry.
say it. I showed what I needed to show. My only suggestion is use criticism constructively, bring down the stress by finding even more patience than before. Zoot,
Yeah,
look, I'm all for
It is a
criticism if
Mac.
it's
That's what they're saying.
constructive and it's coming from a good place. Absolutely. PJ, PJ, honey, PJ. I've been meaning to say something anyway. It don't matter. It don't matter my address out there now. She already put it out there, PJ, before the filing.
And you know what's crazy is I've heard that said several times. I've heard it said by a lot of people on here, and like I'm just using hold on. Yeah, I'm just using let's use Brittany and Granny on this. Is Brittany saying that her address has already been out there? I've never known Brittany J's address. Even today, like I've never known it. Maybe it's because I don't go looking for the hate channels that would put it out there. Does that maybe that's why? I don't know.
I don't understand how people don't understand that. My personal privacy was invaded that day when that Google Earth was put on and that obituary was put out from that boy. That was one of the
What
main
happened,
triggers for
Grain?
me to go
What happened? You okay?
through with the filing. Yeah, of course my address is in there. It was already put out there for the freaking world to see. So I'm not really sure what your argument is there, PJ, how that makes it any
Hell,
less.
that's what I'm saying. Nonsense. I haven't either. Like I feel like you got to be a shit human being to actually go looking for the address. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to really hate somebody that much to just go searching channels for the ones that are releasing that shit. because I have never, and I've been hanging out with Granny for hell, like a year and a half, and I don't ever recall seeing her address over there either. So I don't know.
Terrible what she did, but and I quite frankly, with all due respect, PJ, I don't understand why you keep coming back. I saw where you told Granny you were going to give her our personal my chat. So why are you here?
Hey, Penny.
Why are you here? Like you
No, I
literally keep
still
coming
don't
back
know
to
her
my chat.
last name, and I've looked at the filing, but I guess I just grazed over that and didn't pay attention. I still don't know her last name. That's so. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, some people pay attention to shit like that. I don't. I did see the filing though.
Chat after you're over there telling her that you want to give her our mod chat. So what are you doing? Do you not remember that? Like, or you probably think I'm stupid, right? You think I'm
Yes,
stupid, and I
Dee.
don't.
Why log that? Why like like why hold that in your mind? I don't know. I don't get that.
See these things. Either or, I'm not sure. Maybe you forgot. Did you forget? It was only like a week ago you told her that. That's another thing. That's a prime example. People stirring drama when you're not going through it. And PJ, shame on you. You know I got kids.
Yeah, I
You
agree. I agree. I understand, y'all, that Granny didn't show her address or put her address out there. And y'all say she just showed her yard. But when you show her yard, right? And I think somebody said like you could see a street sign or something in the picture. When you show that and you add it to the obituary shown, you add them two together, right? Let's say they're shown at two separate different times, but you take the photo of the yard with the street sign and then you take the obituary and you add them together. All it takes is a couple of words in a Google and you'll find it.
know I got kids. It blows my mind. People that I thought it's real hard when it's people that you think you had a real friendship with and to go and do something like that. Why?
Oh,
So you can
does
get a
it?
couple pats on the back?
Hold on. Stop it. Stop it. I heard you say that last night, nonsense. She was like, before anybody says, it scrolls the bottom of her screen. Where? Where? Let me keep watching. Oh, shit. It does. Brittany. Girl, you should have made a whole nother PayPal for YouTube. Oh, it does scroll. Well, let me not bring attention to
It's
it
so
anymore.
messed up. People can't see how messed up this is.
Jesus.
Yes. Yes, DF20. Yes.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Titanium. Yeah, I you know what's so weird is I see shit I shouldn't see. Like Nelson the Noodle on the Dolly soap bowl. Like I should have never caught that, but I did. But the stuff that's blatantly in my face, I don't see. That's why Tony hates me grocery shopping. Cause I just see it and I'm like, boop, that's it. And it'll be like, I might need, I don't know. Let me think. There was something recently I needed and I ordered it and it came in this little tiny little package. And I needed a regular size can of it. He was like, do you not fucking read what they say? And I'm like, no, I just get it.
Look, I don't even know what the hell's going on in chat. It's chaos.
Yeah, I wouldn't like anybody showing my yard in an obituary. Like, if it was the same kind of thing that happened at my house, I wouldn't like that.
Question: how is it different what Kathy accused you of with no receipts? It could be a troll just trying to work you up, let alone Good Nunya, did you watch my live last night? I'm going to assume that you
Seriously,
didn't, right?
stepmama.
This is
Seriously, stepmama. That's it's so crazy, isn't it?
100% different than what Kathy P's doing. Kathy P knows that nobody talked.
And it's so funny because I I notice shit that I'm not supposed to notice, to the point that there was one day we were on Queens and they were showing something. And I was like, "Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that?" And they were like, "What? What?" They thought I done caught something that I wasn't supposed to catch. And I said, something about it being a flame on somebody's pants or something. Because she's a liar, liar, pants on fire. It was just fake, but they were so used to me catching stuff that I wasn't supposed to catch.
About her kid in my chat. She knows
Hey,
that.
MK.
And she's too prideful to admit that she was wrong. She's too prideful to admit, to the point that she's willing to continue to perpetuate a lie by saying that she saw it herself in my chat. I am sitting on a shit ton of threats that I don't even bring to y'all. And then I got hit with that one last night, Good Nunya. And in my live, I specifically said to everybody, this could be someone trying to rile me up, or this could be a fucking threat. Either way, it ain't nothing that I'm not going to take very seriously. And you would too if you were sitting on the things that I am. How am I wrong? By putting that out there and asking the question, did anybody else see these comments?
Shit.
This
I was muted. I'm sorry. Yes, Good Nunya was in there. She was in there watching this shit, because my whole purpose in going in there when she mentioned me was to say, listen, like, my community post isn't about me thinking you're wrong for wanting to take some kind of action out against Granny. Like, if that's what you feel you need to do, then do it, boo. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is you solely relying on this full of shit ass injunction surrounding Sebastian Rogers to do it. That's all. But they wasn't trying to hear that. They just kept spinning my words in the chat.
This is some real shit, and it's worrisome. I don't know how you would make
Sorry.
the comparison of the two and say those are the same things. Yeah, would you? I mean, seriously, you would just sit on that comment and let that bother you? Like, you're just going to sit on it and not try to get to the bottom of it?
I don't smoke during the day, girl. I ain't got pot brain yet. That's tonight.
What do you do if you have kids? Would you not? I did. I absolutely did a
I
police
would
report. Sarah.
not message Nick the Hat first. That's what I would not do.
Would you?
And I wouldn't even trust him, Brittany. Do you not understand what kind of future harm you've possibly included yourself in on messing with that man? Whether you're on his good side right now or not, you may not always be on his good side. And now he's got your information. That's scary. That's scary, Brittany.
Do not, for good measure, do the safe thing and try to make sure. I mean, I could just ignore it, right? And then what? What if it happens? Or I can try to get ahead of it and say, you know what? Just like I said today and yesterday, I don't have proof. I tried to.
And that's another thing. I heard her like every time she talks about her kids and like when I think it was Nonsense that was reading, yeah, her declaration. When I hear that declaration being read, all I can think is, well, so does Granny. Granny's got kids. You know, Granny's got things she has to worry about. Do that shit on I'm just saying, you put yourself and Granny in more danger by messing with Nick. Period. That's just my opinion.
Get proof. I took it live. I tried to ask any creators if they saw it. Hey, this could be or it could not be. The fact that I got it is enough for me to be concerned. I tell you that much.
Okay. So she says she did. I'll give her that. She says she did go live to ask about other people if they seen it. And if they did see it, I guess to send her the proof of it. Okay. I can understand that then. But you still should have called law enforcement and made your little note first and never contacted Nick about it.
I'll never take that shit lightly. It don't make me or break me or anybody else for me to file it and put it out there and get it documented. How does that hurt anybody?
Oh.
Jason, how come none of y'all said anything when this girl
Oh, hell, here we go. What about isms? Why? Oh.
was out there? Like, y'all, I want to come at me about an injunction, but I didn't see any of y'all. Y'all just sat by idly while she's trashed me and brought my personal life into this platform. Something
Sat by idly? I wouldn't say idly because I would never support and cheer on Granny if she's talking about your kids or like your home life. So I don't think she's ever done that since I've been over there, but maybe she has. I don't know.
that should never happen. Please make it make sense. If y'all don't see that there's a double standard, I don't know what to say. I asked Granny
I agree with that
multiple times to take that
100%.
off of her channel, to take my property off of her channel, to take my personal information off. She refused. She told me no. She won't stop.
Well, and I agree with that. She did ask Granny to take it off her channel. Actually, I think, Brittany, you kind of demanded it, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, you did say, hey, take that off your channel. And the right thing to do would have been to take that off. But, I mean.
Well, then if it's between us, why are y'all coming at me about it then? If it's between us, then why am I, is it seeming like I'm the.
Yeah, Jason, you're going to make a grown woman do something. Look, and that's what I said right here in the chat. Not all of us were there. Like, Jesus Christ.
The only one that y'all are coming down on about it. I don't expect nobody to go defend me. But what I am going to ask is, if you're not going to be fair about it, then don't come at me about how I'm wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Jason did say, I'm not coming at anyone. And she also said, we cannot make anyone do anything. And then she also said, that's between you guys, BJ. You have a history there. So Chase is basically saying, what I said. Not all of us were there, Brittany. Like, what do you want us to do about it? That's the past. All we can speak on presently is the present, is the current situations.
I'm going to tell you too, and then this is all I'm going to say. It's not even close to being equal. Not even close. And people will have to see.
It don't matter if it's equal. It don't have to be. Again, you've taken my community post that was about you playing the victim about not wanting to be part of this injunction, and you've used it to, like you said, do anything and everything you can to protect you and your kids. Well, you should have done that. You should have done that long ago, girl. If all this is what you're saying is true and you felt like you feared for your life because of things Granny's done, you should have done that long ago. Not wait for the opportunity to present itself surrounding a missing child.
People are going. Won't stop, can't stop, needs the drama. I don't need the drama. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. Britt shared only what needed to be shared. She didn't owe the haters anything. Go light up a live stream and talk about it, because that's all y'all know how to do. Instead of minding your own business, you should be ashamed. Look, I just needed to put that out there. That's all. People told me, people
Is that a
sitting there calling
serious
me a
question? Hey, babe. Is that a serious question? My life's not about Sebastian.
liar, saying that I made up this crap. I'm not saying any of y'all in chat said it. Not saying anybody in chat said it. I've seen it. I've seen the screenshots. I don't lie. I would never make up some shit like that. It is very easy. It is very easy for people to point fingers and tell you what they would do when they're not going through it.
I'm going to need you to check my live streams from like 2 weeks ago. I think we did 2 where we addressed Granny. Not only like the addressing her was about the things she was upset at me about, but we also addressed things that she was saying in her live stream pertaining to her back and forth with Brittany J. So just because you don't see it currently in front of your face doesn't mean it hasn't happened. It has happened.
That's what I'm going to say. It is so easy to point fingers and say somebody's wrong, or a person, you wouldn't do this or you wouldn't do that, until you go through it.
Yeah, I just didn't want you to think that like this is all about Brittany for me. It's not. It's not. Not at all. But we have absolutely called out some things between Brittany and Granny on Gritney. Gritney. I just made a couple name. Pertaining to Granny and the way she goes at things too. No, I see you.
I don't know, but I really don't even feel like
they
I don't
really
even
are more alike than they realize. They really are.
that we're gonna.
And that's not a dig at either one of them, because I think there are valuable and beautiful things about each one of them. I really do.
Even get anywhere. I wish that we could talk and find some common ground. I
Well,
really
talk
do,
to
but
him,
I feel
girl.
like this shit's just so tumultuous and toxic at this point.
Nobody is shipping those two.
I'm not using Sebastian for anything, Jonesing.
Yes, you are.
One could also argue that Sebastian's name has been used relentlessly to rip people apart for months. 4 months. Going live, calling Seth Rogers a predator, accusing him of sexually harassing all of the girls that were helping him search.
What about your panel? See, and this is where we come back to the whataboutisms pertaining to these parents. Brittany, your panel has done the same thing to Chris and Katie, even said hiding bodies. So what about that? Y'all have all done it. I've done it. I used to be in Granny's chat talking shit about Seth. I absolutely 100% did. Until I took a step back. Now, would I still go in Granny's, even though she was talking about Seth? I would. I just wouldn't I wouldn't put the thoughts that were going through my head into the chat because I knew it wasn't right and I didn't want to overstep anymore. I did that self reflection. And for me to go back into the comments and dog him would just be, going back on the progress I was trying to make, the move in the right direction I was trying to make. But I absolutely took part in dogging Seth in Granny's when I don't know, the first couple of months Sebastian was missing. And then at some point I was just like, yo, like, aren't we kind of doing the same thing to Seth that we feel like they're doing to Chris and Katie? And when I realized we were, I just stopped putting my comments out there. I have my feelings, I have my thoughts, and a lot of them do align with a lot that some of these creators say pertaining to Seth, but I'm not publicly speaking those anymore because I don't want to hurt him.
Putting out bold-faced lies that Sebastian mimicked SA onto to others. Bold-faced lies.
See, that's crazy. That's crazy, Grits. Hey, Dutchie.
People have used Sebastian's name
I agree, Heather.
to rip people apart for months. I can show you where that's come from. It's sick.
Mm-hmm. It does, J Fox. I agree.
Oh my God. Trish, why are you even here? Once again, you didn't watch my live last night. I didn't stand behind her GoFundMe being stopped. I said people don't need to report GoFundMes. It doesn't do anything but make shit worse.
And I do agree with that. I did hear her say that it wasn't right. I think Granny said, who did it? I think Granny said Bullhorn's kind of crew did it. I don't know. I could be wrong. But that's exactly right, Melissa Jade. She should have filed her own damn protection order against Granny if this is how she feels. Yes. Yes. It never should have been like this and intertwined in the missing child's investigation with some people that have a right to be doing this, right? AKA Seth. And then others who have nothing to do with it. It's just so messy. You contributed to the messiness by doing it.
I'm about to call you, Breezy. I actually need to talk to you. My phone was off. I don't even know why it was.
You have
Look,
to,
this
Leon.
is just going to get worse.
You
That's
have
all.
to. A couple of months in, like, because I remember it took a few times of me saying, I'm not going to speak about my thoughts out loud about Seth anymore. I'm not going to do that. And I don't know, a week later when he'd do an interview fucking lying and deceiving, I'd go live and I'd go off. And then I'd come back and say, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. And I'd do it the next time. And then I'd come back. And it took me a few times to realize, like, just because you feel this way about him doesn't take away from the fact that he is still the father of a missing child and he is still hurting, no matter if you think he's a piece of shit or not. So check yourself, put yourself in your place, and mind your motherfucking business. And that's what I did.
All it's going to do. At
And
the
I
end of the
think
day,
more
there are people who
I think more people honestly could benefit from doing the same fucking thing.
feel a certain way about me instead of actually taking the time to get to know me and talk to me. You listen to what other people have said and you form this
That's
opinion
exactly
and
right,
this
Allie.
ideology about me.
It is. It's a lot, Dutchie.
It's fine. It's fine. Like I said, I'm not even. I come here not call me. I'm driving. Okay, I'm calling you. My phone went dead. All right, I'm getting off here because
Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. So basically, Brittany, I don't hate you. Do I hang out with people that don't fuck with you at all? Yes. That's their problem to have with you. And they are inclined to feel the way they feel about you the same way you're inclined and have your reasons to feel the way you feel about them. But their anger at you doesn't sway me either way. And you should know this. Do you know how hard I tried giving Dolly a chance while folks was coming for me? Do I regret it now? No. Did it bite me in the ass? Yes. No, 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 no. I'm not saying they do get a pass, but I'm saying I have to choose, is it worth me going live and dogging this man? And it's not. Right. Like, I don't understand. Like, I've proven time and time again, this is who I am. I give people chances that a lot of us, a lot of you might not understand why I'm giving that chance. But it's because it just makes my soul feel better. It's about, selfishly, it's about me and getting my mindset right. I don't want to hate anybody. Is it okay if it bites me in the ass after I give that chance? Yes, because at least I gave that chance and it makes me feel better about that. But to think that, because she did say that in this live stream, to think that people are swaying me, their hate or anger with you is swaying me. No, just because you see me commenting in their chat and agreeing with certain things and having my own opinions, don't mean I hold the same resentment or anger against you that they do. I hold my anger against specific situations, specific things said or things done. But just because you do something I don't agree with, who am I? Who the fuck cares what I agree with? So just because I don't agree with something you say or do, why does that mean I have to not fuck with you at all? What do you mean? What do you mean, Indy? But I have a question about that statement. We all have had something bad happen to all of us, most likely. So why compassion for one human and not another? You mean like why have compassion for Seth just because something bad's happened to him, but not have compassion for other people that may have had something bad happen? Well, if that's what you're asking, Indy, I would say it's different when you've got multiple channels, thousands and thousands of people coming at you at once. Then you have to ask yourself, do you want to be a part of it? And I just chose not to be a part of it. One shot, I forgot to tell you, hey, earlier. Yeah, absolutely one shot. Yeah, absolutely. I have my feelings, and I still may every now and then say or agree or comment something, but I'm gonna make sure I do it respectfully. Yeah, if that's what yeah, Andy, if that's what you meant, I think it does make a difference. The fact that, let's say, oh no, I'm looking at Steph B's comment to Brantley right now. Um, if I was having a problem with Steph B and I was trashing her all over the internet, I wouldn't necessarily take into consideration as quickly or easily um how she may have some trauma compared to Seth, or let's say Chris and Katie, who have thousands at a time coming at them. I don't know if that makes sense to you. That's just where my brain is. I think it does matter when it's like a group thing. Because just me coming at Steph B isn't going to hurt her near as much as thousands coming at Steph B. That's the best way I can explain it in my head. Nonsense says, one question I've always wondered with BJ, though I always come to, is she has an entire group from the past that cannot stand her, and the stories are all very similar, but it's never her. Well, that's where the victim mentality comes from. That's what um that's what pushes her to continue that behavior, is because the people she still is surrounding herself with aren't saying, well, you did kind of do this too. I don't know. I know she's got problems with Melissa Jane, so I'll use her example. They're not saying, well, like when Melissa says something, they're not saying, well, you did kind of do that with Melissa Jane, you know? So there's nobody that's in her corner that are holding her feet to the fire for things. I've got plenty of people in the corner. Hell, my feet was just held to the fire. What? Day before yesterday? Like, I was told to let them fucking go. So it's like, you need people like that surrounding you. And I feel like that lends to her victim mentality. Does that make sense? Like, a lot of people enjoy yes men around them, right? Where they think they do nothing wrong, and they're gonna, have your back no matter what. Well, you can have somebody's back, and this is where the black and white comes. You can have somebody's back without without turning a blind eye to everything that they do. Brantley, thank you so much. I still have a hard time letting Seth have it, but the dude takes it to a dark place a lot. But I give grace to Chris and Katie. P.S. Both Seth and Chris are assholes, just how it is. Period. Pooh. Thank you so much, Brantley, for that. I appreciate it. Did you? What'd you get on to me about? Oh, about maniacs and me questioning her being in Brittany J's chat. Yes, absolutely. Deets did it 20 minutes ago during this stream. And she put my little baby toe in the fire and was like, bitch, you be going all over these YouTube streets. That's not fair. You gotta have people like that in your corner. When you don't, this is what happens. You end up with, it's always them, never me. Exactly. Listen, when my bestie, now my real life bestie, I got, glad to see you, love. My real life bestie, when we was back in high school, we'd be riding around in her little Honda Civic, bumping the 212s, just being little hood rats. Yeah, she was a little hoe. And I would tell her, oh, you doing some hoe shit. You got to cut that shit out, And it'd make her think, yeah, I am kind of being a little slut right now. If you ain't got that in your life, and vice versa, same for me. She used to catch me on my shit too. Still do. Still does. I don't know. I choose to have people around me who will say, like Nunya used this as an example the other day. Nunya got really upset with me on one of my live streams where I was like, I was feeling so much pressure and I was going so hard between the breakup, right? And it was a situation between me and Emily. I think her name now is Emily Pickles. I can't remember what it was back then, but it was a situation between me and her, and just kept telling her, Like, you don't matter. You don't matter. And what I was trying to come across is, you don't matter to me enough to sit here and keep arguing about it. But instead, it was coming across as you don't matter at all. And Nunya got really upset at me for saying that, because everybody matters. Everybody matters. But I was upset at Nunya because she wasn't understanding me. You know, I was trying to get it across that it's just not worth this argument to me. Oh my God, me and my nonsense. We're 35. So we've been besties for 23 years. And there will never be another like her, you know? She's one of those besties, like, I cannot see her for 3 months or talk to her for 3 months and then just walk in her house and strip nude in front of her if I wanted to. Like, I ain't gonna worry about her judging me, you know? Ooh, Mike. Boo Boo Kitty, thank you for the $10. I appreciate that. I'm not scared of Granny. I'm going to need you to also go back and check my live streams. I have confronted situations pertaining to Granny. I know, Zero Jules, and I'm so sorry. Thank you for that $10, though. I appreciate it. But you know, you got the wrong chat, baby. I'm not scared of anybody on YouTube anymore. I was, because I seen how toxic and real life and hateful folks on here could be. So I was scared of certain creators, but I'm not anymore. Oh, I love that. Yeah, nothing changes ever nonsense. You just pick up right where you were. Like, you know, I haven't talked to her now and like, and she lives in the same town as me. We got our own lives, you know, but I haven't really had like a hardcore discussion with her or talk or a hangout drink sesh with her in probably 6 months. No, since we went to Cherokee. So last year, y'all, last year. But I could call her right now and be like, bitch, let me tell you what just happened. And she'd be all in, you know, like it. I love friendships like that. Like, high maintenance friendships aren't for me. I cannot dedicate all my time to a friendship. Hell, I talk to Nunya and Deets more than I talk to my bestie in real life, but it's because it's easier sometimes because you're on the internet and, you know, you're doing YouTube. Well, guess what? My bestie don't do YouTube, so she ain't going to understand shit about this. Yeah, and I'll never take it for granted. But I haven't talked to her for, like I said, since we went to the casino together. But Kaden went trick-or-treating with them last night, you know? It was kind of like just drop them off and then they bring them back home. No biggie. Gas. Are you taking the card? No. Then no. But I need gas to cook. I love you. I love you. Okay. Oh, go ahead and grab me a Monster. The big, not the big one with the twist can. Yeah. 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 See? Mm-mm. And I have real life friends. Like I've got a lot of real life friends, but I've only got one lifelong friend, and that's her. And now her son and my son are growing up together. You know, they've Caden and Aiden. They're kind of named the same, and that was done on purpose. They're not friends, they're cousins. That's what they can. So when you hear me say, "Oh, Caden went to his trick or treating with his cousins," it's my best friend's son. What are you doing? Oh, they're on my keys.
You just own all the cars now?
I own everything.
Everything.
Everything. Everything belongs to me.
That's right.
They're hooked to my black clamp.
I see.
No, it didn't, Brantley.
Why do you have nipple tassels on your keys?
What?
I know. What is right?
Nipple tassels? Why would you think?
Keys? That's wild.
Why would you think if you was gonna make up some shit? What the fuck would make you think nipple tassels on keys?
I don't know. Somebody's gonna pick up on that though, and I hope it gets clipped.
Oh, it'll get clipped.
Oh,
Don't you worry, little bitch. I cannot. He's so stupid. Nipple tassels on my keys, y'all. I thought he was going to say, "Why are you wearing nipple tassels right now?" But my keys? Well, you know what? One shot, it doesn't burn my ulcer. Like, it doesn't inflame my ulcer. Does that make sense? I go back next month for my refills. So I'm thinking, because I've told her about the ulcer, and that's why she gave me the Prilosec. Well, I still have the ulcer. The Prilosec's not going to get rid of it, right? It's just going to coat my stomach so that I can deal with it more if I eat certain things or take certain medicines. But I know I'm going to have to take some stool into her, and I just don't know how I feel about that, which is why I haven't dug deeper into it. And I need to. I really do need to, because we've got people. I've got a friend in Discord. I'm not going to put her out here, but I've got a friend in Discord whose daughter is dealing with a stomach ulcer, and it can become really, really bad. Now, I've had mine for about, let's see, Caden's 13. So about 10 years. I just can't see me taking any of my stool in for testing. I can't do it. I think it might too, Leon. Yeah, I know, but it's just because it calms it for a minute. But 10 minutes after you have a cup of milk, it's going to start flaring again, right? But see, mine is completely like, it doesn't hurt at all unless I take any medication with aspirin. If I do that, it starts up. I don't know if it's like pulsing or screaming or what. Oh, thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate that. Yeah, we try to let y'all have your Thank you for that. That was kind. You didn't have to do that. But I hope your opinion changed. I hope you checked out my past live streams, and I hope your opinion changes and you see me as trying to be fair. But I appreciate you for that. That was very kind. Mike sent a $20 super chat. I don't know if y'all seen it. I totally missed it because I was talking to y'all and Tony. He said, "Extra because you and your mods let viewers have an opinion. Have a great weekend, all." That was very kind. Have her give you the liquid for the ulcer. It's much better. But they can't cure the ulcer unless they do the test on my stool, right? Because the ulcer is created by the bacteria H. pylori, something like that. And they have to test your stool to see if that bacteria is in it. Yeah, I appreciate him not. I mean, it was a shady comment, but he wasn't like being hateful as fuck, so I can appreciate that. This convo became kind of shitty. It is. I can't bring myself to do it. I don't want to do it. Nonsense. I don't want to do it. Can I have a colonoscopy and then them do it? Like take from that? Could that happen? Well, that's what I've got. But like I said, it only flares up with like spaghetti sauce. It happens. Hot sauce. Like depending on how much hot sauce, but hot sauce usually will get it flared up. Um just certain things, but definitely aspirin. Like I can't have anything with aspirin. That shit will burn and hurt and it makes you feel hungry and it only calms down while you eat. Unless you take a Prilosec. I take a Prilosec and a couple of hours later it starts easing. It don't work like that, Deets. Fine, I'll do it. I do want a colonoscopy though. Just saying. I heard you feel great after a colonoscopy. That you have more energy, you feel cleaner. What am I supposed to say? Hey, you know how I talked to you about that ulcer? Well, it's still, I know you gave me the Prilosec and it does help, but you know, I kind of want to treat the problem overall, not just take care of it while it's hurting. So, can I bring you a piece of my shit in so you can test it? Like, what do you say? What? See, I heard that. I heard that it feels good. Oh, they've got a breath test? Don't play with me. That's what I heard, Soup. Oh, you got to fast for a cold? Oh, no, no, no. My fat ass ain't doing that. Hey, Nicole B. Ooh, okay. I'll message you. Oh, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Just call your dang doctor. Fine. I go next month. Because it's not like an intense situation where I need to get it figured out right this moment. So I'm gonna talk to her next month when I go for my refills. It's Jones in here. I'll put it in chat. All right, guys. When is your what you call it? Nonsense. Don't you got something coming up? Yes, China tea. Yes, I do remember that. China Slim. Is it China Slim? Yeah, China Slim tea. I could not. Fiber and water. Oh my God, I got a Charlie horse. Speaking of, that made me think because potassium. I got a Charlie horse last night, y'all. I was in the middle of putting my PJs on. So I had my PJ bottoms on, but not my top. And I am dying because I'm just trying to think Funya Nunya, because Funya Nunya taught me that if you go against the cramp, it will stop. Now, see, we've spent our whole lives not knowing that. So, anytime next week, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Nonsense. anytime I am a power bottom, shit. But anytime I get a Charlie horse, or Tony would get a Charlie horse, we'd just ride it out. Like, it was just so fucking painful. And Nunya was like, y'all ride it out? And I'm like, yeah, what else are you supposed to do? She was like, girl, you just move your whatever's cramping in the opposite direction. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Guess what? It works. It works. So last night, I got hit with a Charlie horse in my right calf, and I'm like, oh my fucking God. But I was rigid, like my whole body was rigid, and I'm half on the bed, half off the bed. And here comes Caden. What are you doing? I was like, Charlie horse, get the fuck out of here, because I was half naked. But I was trying to I was trying to figure out which way the cramp was going so I could stop it. And I could not figure it out, y'all. I sat there stiff as a damn board while this cramp was going on. Oh, it was fucking awful. You stand straight up. Well, see, Chase and I had put my foot down because at first I was holding it kind of upwards, right? And I put my foot down solid on the floor, and I just could not bring myself to stand up on it. It was hurt so bad. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I really do appreciate all the love and support. Make sure you hit the like or the dislike on your way out. And replay gang, if I don't have to edit this, you should be able to still see the chat. Let me know your thoughts on today's discussion. Thank y'all for being here, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye. Every fucking time. Oh, I need my voice back. Bye.
If you ever feel lost or caught in a bind, just think of Jones and you'll surely find that the simple life's the one that's truly free. In a hippie hut, just like Jones, and you see